Go. Okay, this video is going to show us how to go from Solidworks to Adobe Illustrator. I'm in Solidworks. I've got this finger joint box that I want to bring into Illustrator. I like to look normal to, so I'm going to right click and go normal to the part that I want to export. I'm going to right click and go down here to where it says export as DXF to DXF. Once you hit export, it's going to ask for a name. The student's already saved them, so I'm going to leave that alone. All right. Once you hit save, I'm going to save another one just to show you the next step. When you hit save, it's going to give you an option to hit save again. So make sure you hit this little check box, hit save. So you've got to do it like 3 times to get the file. Once you've saved all of your sides, and by the way, there's no need to save this side and this side if they are the same. Likewise, these two ends are the same. So we'd only need to make 1, 2, 3, 4, in this case is a lip inside there, 5 pieces. Depending on your project, you might have a different number of parts. Let's go ahead and go into Illustrator. The Illustrator that we want to use is the older version of Illustrator. So you're going to click here. You're going to type in IL and you're going to launch Adobe Illustrator 6. Once in Illustrator, you're going to go to File and go to New. Don't try to open up your DXF. You're going to go to New. First thing you need to do is make sure your units are in inches. The width of your artboard is going to be 24. The height of it's going to be 12, which is the limits of our laser. So make sure inches, 24 by 12. Hit OK. It should look like this. We can now go to File and go to Place, not Open. And we're going to find that box that we want to bring in. So I'm going to look in the tech drive. I'm working with Jackson's right now, so I'm going to go find his. Where is it? There we go. And find one of your DXFs. Again, he's made double copies that he doesn't need. So I'm just going to take this. Stop right here. This is critically important. Do not scale to fit. Make sure your units are in inches again. If your units are off, it'll come in at the wrong size. Hit OK. Hit OK again. You're going to get this. Be careful when you move it that you don't grab one of these corners because now you've distorted it. Don't try to move it back. Oh, I can get it back to where it was. You're not going to be able to do it. Hit Control Z, which is undo. If you try to scale it yourself, you'll goof it up. So come in here and get rid of the Solidworks. You'll notice that these are individual lines right now. I want you to do a box selection around the whole thing. Go up to Object, go to Path, and go to Join. So now you'll see there one path there. I'm going to take it and move it over here. Because I need 2 of these, I'm going to copy and paste it. All right, now I've got 2. Now my line thickness needs to be 1/1000th of an inch. You might remember this from another project, so I'm going to select them all. Make sure this is at 0.001. If your units are something other than inches, you can come back here to Edit, Preferences, go to Units, and make sure they're all in inches. So we're good. You don't need to follow me. I'm going to show my rulers for a moment because I just want to point out the grain option. All right. Oops. Show rulers. All right. So when we put the wood in the laser cutter, the grain is going to be going along this line. So that would probably be good for these sides. But if for some reason you wanted the grain going up and down on your box, you could select these guys. You could go to Object, Transform, and go to Rotate and rotate them 90 degrees. Now your grain is going perpendicular to the axis of your box there. Try to use up the space wisely. Put your things in there. You're going to save this file to your folder first. Okay, give it your name. Going to save it as Dairy Box. Once you're done, and you've completed the whole thing. You've got all of this laid out, all your sides, all the right size. You're going to go to File and Save a Copy, and you're going to go to the tech drive and go to the laser jobs, and there's one for boxes. So save it in there. Make sure you're saving it as an Illustrator CS6 if you're using a newer version, because that's what that machine has.